Stopped in the middle of the ocean. That's one way to start an episode. Hey, what's up, my Dokus? Jason here, bringing you back to more The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Last time, we explored the basically southwest or southeastern part of the Great Sea, obtaining heart pieces and showing off a minigame and just all kinds of little things. And this time, we're going to be continuing down the southern part of the Great Sea in hopes of reaching our destination, if not getting close to it. Starting off, one thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to look for a flock of seagulls. Because there is a... now that we have the boomerang, we actually have a projectile that we can use against what I talked about, a few episodes ago when I first discussed the seagulls, which is the big octos. And actually, here they are. Let's come up right here. Here we have a big octo. It's going to have, it looks like it has 4 eyes, and we're just going to want to knock those 4 eyes with the boomerang. You're going to want to do this in a continuous kind of continuous session, because if you take too long to defeat a big octo, it will swallow you and blast you off to a random part of the Great Sea. And we don't want that. We want to be able to we want to obviously be able to get what this big octo has. Oh, Waker of the Winds, thanks to you I have been freed from the beast's foul grasp. As thanks, I shall give you a little bit of my power. And the Great Fairy increases our magic power. We can now have a double magic meter. May the winds of fortune always blow across your bow. I don't know why it's specifically our bow, because we don't have a bow. Unless it's meant like bow. But yeah, we have a double magic meter now. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. And I guess, because the hearts kind of line up with it, you can kind of tell how many hearts we still need before to complete our first row of hearts. Which, I mean, if you've played any classic Zelda game, before Breath of the Wild and, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, then you would know that usually it's 20 heart containers for, per game. But alright, so here we've made it to a island, and this island is called Headstone Island. I actually think the map fish is not around here, but what we need to do here is there's a heart piece, but we're going to need a Hoyi pair for it, because the seagull needs to climb up to the top of this spire here, and in doing so, it will be able to see the heart piece and we can grab it. Kind of a strange place to house a heart piece, but this game can do its own thing. Okay, this seagull's, I can say that the controls for the seagull are kind of really wonky. Alright, here we go. There we go. Then we just go back, and we'll obtain said heart piece. Alright, next thing is to find the map fish, actually. There he is. Now we're going to want to bring out our last bit of bait for this little area. Now, as you can see, we did miss out on that quadrant, or filling in that quadrant that had the the Great Fairy with the double Magic Meter on it. That is simply because we will be going back to that quadrant and taking care of what is actually in that square, just, you know, a little later on, because we currently don't have the ability to successfully do it. Alright, so, what we're wanting to do in here is we have a bunch of these bomb shoes. Which, yeah, I guess these are specifically, like, I guess, according to the Zelda dungeon, like the Zelda dungeon enemy list, apparently these enemies that have bombs are actually called bomb chews. And they're, like, specifically rat enemies that have bombs. And it's kind of weird because, you know, obviously we know what bomb chews are if you've played Ocarina of Time, and it's like, it's kind of very vastly different from rats with bombs. Alright, let's go ahead and head in and grab this chest. Which will house yet another treasure chart. These are gonna house a heart, and this a rupee, which doesn't really matter to us because we are currently at our max capacity for rupees, which I think I may actually change with a little detour. So, well, it's not really a detour, but it's more like a stop by, because right over here is Outset. You know, our home that we left so long ago. And now we've kind of, you know, looped back around to it. First off, we have Beetle here, which I'm actually going to stop in and buy some more bait from him if he has it. Because, you know, one, we need to grind up the, some Beetle points, because I do want to show off the Beetle rewards. So let's go ahead and purchase some more bait. I think we can only carry 2 more quantities, but just in case. Okay, so, yep, that's 6 quantities, so that'll do us some good. However, I think I'm going to make a very special stop here on Outset to get an upgrade that is going to be very important to us, because we've been struggling with, you know, our current rupee count, just because we haven't had the need to buy anything outside of, like, bait and stuff. But our goal is to head back up to the forest. However, if you've seen, if you saw from when we got here and kind of looked up at the bridge, you'll see that the bridge is currently destroyed. It's not really spoken on what destroys the bridge, because I think that, technically speaking, before we left when our Outset, the bridge was still fine even after the attack with the Helmera King kidnapping Auril. I mean, but I always, like, still personally believe that it's just, you know, him kidnapping Auril was kind of, you know, his claws kind of destroyed the bridge. That's just my personal theory on it. But, you know, I guess it's up to interpretation. Alrighty, so heading back up into this forest. We have one of these enemies here. Just take care of them pretty easily. They have some magic. Nice. If you look at in here, we now have those urchin enemies. Oh, wait. I forgot. We can't get this one yet because we don't have the item that we need for it. I was silly. However, there is some moblins here if you so wish to want to grab some skull necklaces. I'm just going to avoid these guys and meet you guys back on the boat because honest to God, I honestly forgot that we need an item we don't have yet in order to get that. Alrighty, so forgetting about all that, we're just gonna, you know, ignore it. It didn't happen. Alright, so there's two things here. Actually, I want to see if I can take care of these because I don't remember if I'm actually able to, but as you can see, there are kind of two. First, I'm going to take care of you because you're annoying. There are two, oh dear, this is not good. Oh, I just died. That's the first time I've game overed on the boat. Well, it's a good thing saving exists. Well, I think we're gonna save that for when we actually have the item that'll make our lives so much easier. Because I'm not going to bother. Alright, so where... That fish? No? Okay, we'll wait. Oh wait, he's over on the other side, so we'll come back for him. Alright, so we're gonna ignore these enemies, which these are actually called sea hats. They're just, you know, pea hats that are out on the sea, so they're called sea hats. Funny joke. And what we're gonna want to do here is we're playing a little bit of golf. We want to try to get these nuts into the holes. Like so. And they will land on switches that will destroy the these vines. Alright, so what we're gonna want to do here is the same thing. Except we may need to give it a little bit of a nudge with our Deku Leaf. There we go. And here we should actually, yep, find a blue choo-choo. If we can get it to come back up, we should be able to do that and just defeat it. Obviously, we just need the blue chew jelly, so it's not like, you know, anything that's particularly needed to defeat an enemy or the enemy. But okay, now what we need to do here, since we can't get to the nut, is we need to use our Deku Leaf and just blow the nut over to the hole. Okay, that's not working. I need to go from a different angle. That should go in. And that also makes a chest spawn. However, not only do we have a chest here, but we also have a hole. which leads down to a cave with some of these enemies that we saw in the Forbidden Woods, as well as just, you know, technically just in the woods on Outset. There we go, take care of you, and that's all the enemies. Hopefully he gives us, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Because that should give us plenty of hearts, hopefully to regain our health. Or at least one heart, I guess. As well as a golden feather, which, I mean, we do need. But for defeating all those enemies, we'll get ourselves a treasure chart. And of course, you know, for playing golf and succeeding, I need to change the wind direction because the wind is not facing a good way. We will get yet another treasure chart. Which I'm actually going to go ahead and look through these and open up the ones that have not been opened yet. Okay, there we go. So now, what we're wanting to do is find the map fish. Did he change location? Kind of. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, so now we're going to want to head north. No, we don't really have any, to my knowledge. Oh, yep, here it is. It is too dangerous to go any further in this direction. We must turn back. But yeah, we don't really have anything else that we can take care of in this quadrant because we can't get those, other items from the outlook or the lookout platform. All right. Now what I'm wanting to do is there should be, yes, should be a treasure here. I'm not going to be getting the map fish here because, as I said, you know, I don't really want to get the map fish for locations we're going to come back to. So I think we're just going to pick up the heart here and then move on. Alright, we've collected 3 pieces. And let's just keep moving north. For if we do, 1, we have a map fish we can grab. Alright, on the Needle Rock Island here, we have... Oh, there's a treasure. There's a treasure over here. Kind of scared to get it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of scared to get it because I don't want it to be a rupee. And I don't remember if it's a heart piece. Just cross my fingers it's not a rupee, because I don't want to lose out on rupees. And it's a silver rupee, that sucks. Oh well. It's just one silver rupee, there are plenty more others, or plenty of others around the ocean. But there is one singular thing we can take care of at this very moment on this island, and it requires a hoi pair. So what we need to do is we're going to come over here. As you can see, there's a chest surrounded by fire. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take our hoi pair. We're going to want to use a seagull to climb up the top of this pillar. And we're going to want to watch out for these enemies because they will fly after you, even as a seagull. Yep, just as I saw it, and because the controls are bad as a seagull, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. What we're gonna want to do is just hit this switch. Once we do that, something fun I actually like to do is we're gonna lead these guys all the way back to us, because they will literally follow us. And if we're lucky enough, yep, they will indeed like come after us, which I think only one of them did. Oof, that sucks. But alright, let's go ahead and grab the chest. We get a piece of heart that completes yet another heart container. We now have 9. One more and we finish our first row. So let's go ahead and get up on the King Red Lines again and finally sail towards our destination, which is right there. It's just northeast of us.
Look, Link. Do you see it? What has happened to this place? What is the meaning of this? The island! It is... We are too late. I knew we had precious little time, but I never suspected how little. A great water spirit named Jabun once lived here, but no sign of him remains.
Boy! Ho there! Link!
So, you're here. I've been looking for you. Are you by chance seeking the Great Spirit, Jabun? I'm sorry to report to you that Jabun can no longer be found here. Just look at how this place has been torn to pieces. I suppose this too is the work of the Shadow in the Forsaken Fortress. But fear not. Jabun was able to flee this island before it was attacked. He is in a safer abode now. Would you like to guess where that abode may be? on the island where you were born, on Outset. Yet, even if you were to go to Outset now, you would not be able to see Jabun. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab that repels all who try to pass it. Why, not even the pirates with their mighty ship could get in. I must apologize, Link. I thought if anyone would know of your whereabouts, it would be the pirates. I told them this tale without so much as a thought for the consequences. I don't know what they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for Outset Island and tried to break into the cave. It is lucky that they could not gain entrance. I have heard that they were last spotted on Windfall Island, but doing what, I do not know. If you wish to see Jabun, I think you'd better search for the pirates on Windfall Island. What an eerie isle this is. Everywhere else boasts clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers under dark clouds and rain. Valu must have been right when he asked me to bring word of Jabun to you. He called this island cursed. I would counsel against staying here longer than you have to. But that is your decision. I have told you of Jabun, so my task is complete.
So Jabun has survived. The sea spirit has lived through the trials of many long years. He must have caught wind of Ganon's attack beforehand. If we are to believe the words of the Rito postman, then the pirates know something about the cave where Jabun hides. Why don't we first go to Windfall and search for them there?
And indeed we shall. We now know of Jabun's location, and we know where the pirates are. So it looks like we're taking another trip to Windfall. But not before we do one more thing here. So, next time on The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, we do one singular thing here at Great Fish Isle, which is actually the name of this area. And then we head to Windfall to see if we can intercept the pirates and figure out what they're doing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. Troops out a ton. Make sure to subscribe dibbly if you have not already. And I will see you guys all later.